Okay, hello, is this thing on? Okay, excellent. What's up, everyone? Okay, it is on, you can hear me, excellent. I am a good streamer. Okay, yeah, welcome everybody to, and of course, happy Pi Day. I think spamming the Pi has helped a lot. I am now fully awake. Muted. What muted? Okay, no, this thing's yeah, it's definitely on here. What's up, everyone? Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, welcome to my humble abode and corner of the Netrunner community, where we'll be going through some number of scoops. Okay, I know I need to click this button, right? There we go. Yeah. All right. It looks like already I have messed this up. Ah well, let's just roll with it. Okay. Yeah, as I said, welcome everybody. And today we'll be going through some number of scoops for Rebellion Without Rehearsal, releasing in I believe 4 days on next Monday. Well, it looks like we got quite a good number of people here, and of course, yeah. I mean, before I begin, of course, I want to thank NSG for letting all this happen. And yes, I know I did put it up on the like on the socials and stuff that I wasn't gonna be able to. I was like pretty late applying for scoops, uh, like for this round for RWR, and I initially actually didn't manage to get any scoops. They were all farmed out by the time I got in there. But then, based Manver up, he called me up. Uh, he called me up one day and said, there were some people who dropped, and would you like these leftover scoops? So yeah, so I got a bottom of the scoops barrel, and so those are the first two scoops, and then like 4 days later, he came back and said, yo, we got another one. You want one? And yeah, so that's how I ended up with 3 scoops today instead of 2. That is the story. But yeah, other than that, I also have 2 other people here with me today to show these scoops to. Of course, I mean you can probably see in the bottom right. So I guess first up we have Iron Fox. Iron Fox, what's going on?
Yo, Jai, just thanks for inviting me down, and you've been dangling these scoops in front of us for weeks for our, was it the true NBN live visceral reaction? So
it's
hyped to see what you're bringing.
It's literally not weeks. I got these like 6 days ago or something. So come on. All right. Anyway, next up here we have Kira. Kira, what's up?
Hey,
Oh my.
it's Crazy Taxi. Hi, it's Kyra. You probably know me from changing the energy of any conversation I enter in GLC.
I can confirm that.
Yes.
All right.
Hey.
Oh my god, we have 53 viewers. That's like 7 times my personal record. Anyway, yeah, hi everyone. Okay, so I guess let's get straight to it. Yeah, so today we have I have 3 scoops to share with y'all, and if you've been following at all, like the teasers that I've been posting in GLC over the past day plus or so, like like the teasers that I posted. And so the first one, the teaser we have is Aardvark level clearance. Now, I mean, the secret for this scoop is that the Aardvark level clearance actually doesn't have anything to do with the card itself. But if you've been following the number crunch on the Steam Hack forums, I believe Chaos of 99 has been very ably handling the number crunch. We know that there is exactly one Hexbyrod card left to scoop in the set. And we know it is either an ice or an operation that comes earlier in the alphabet than our previous than the next running HB operation, which would be active policing, hence aardvark level clearance. But of course, that's not what we're here for. But let me be very proud to present to you Soroc Carbon Blade. 4 cost, 2 strength, HB Sentry, Destroyer. You cannot trash more than 1 installed Rehearsal card with this ice during each encounter. Subroutine, trash a resource. Subroutine, trash a hardware. Subroutine, trash a program. What is going on with this?
Huh. This reminds me. Didn't the ice just rotate that had similar subroutines?
By just, I mean, what you mean by just rotate? We're talking about like with Flashpoint?
I think so. No. Maybe I'm mixing up with the one that either take 1 core or trash something. Was there a card like that?
I mean, Jagarundi? Jagarundi is a...
No. It was like 3 subs in a row. Trash something or take 1 core. Trash something or take 1 core. Trash
Oh,
something,
it's either Z or
Kamali?
Z or Kamali. Let me check, you know.
Should be Kamali.
Tell us, are we thinking of Zed or Kamali?
I don't know.
But yeah, so you know what my first thought is?
Yeah, it is Kamali.
There has to be
1.0.
an
Yeah,
operation.
good
Yeah.
shout.
My first thought is there has to be an operation, some cycle that lets me move Ari's Hush onto this. Please, just let it happen. Let me
Yeah,
force
I mean-
Hush onto this.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, so my professional recommendation is don't hush this on encounter. Like it's not good. Just don't do it. Don't do it, fam. Yeah.
Come on,
Okay.
get
The
these
numbers
farmer
on this
TikTok clips. You know you want to.
numbers on this aren't looking particularly impressive. 4-2 with the additional thing of not being able to trash more than one per encounter.
Yeah. Okay, so there are some rules things that we need to get over. So because this is a destroyer, and of course this is, I mean, coming in with RWR, the obvious thing to do is play with the new HB Identity Thunderbolt armaments, which does give this +1 strength and E tier unless you trash something sub at the end of everything. And I can confirm that how the rules interact with it. Now let me just pull up Thunderbolt. Let me see here.
Thunderbolt makes it a
If
hard
you're
ETR
unable,
if
right,
any of the other
right.
trashes.
If you're unable to trash from the first 3 subroutines, if you're unable to trash because you trash something from the first 3 subroutines, then it's a hard ETR. Oh, okay.
Okay, so
it's
I mean, I don't. Well, I regret to inform you that actually isn't the case because
hate it.
how it works.
Oh.
Yes, how it works is that Soroc Carbon Blade, because you, as in you referring to the corp cannot trash more than 1 installed card with this ice during encounter, but with Thunderbolt, the runner is trashing with the ETR sub.
Huh.
Right. No, it's the same issue as like Wake Up Call and Dummy Box, basically.
I guess so.
It's
Except
who's
in
doing the
Wake Up Call-
trashing, yeah.
In Wake Up Call, it's positive on your side, so...
Yeah, no, Wake Up Call is the runner's trashing, but Dummy Box is the corp trashing, so it's the same issue of conflicting parties doing the trashing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that being said, with Thunderbolt, this goes to like a 4 sub 3 strength on rest, which is quite respectable. And okay, I mean, to be fair to the card, even this is like a pretty reasonable like early game face check into like HB decks, even if you're not playing this in Thunderbolt. Like
Fair.
I think trash 1 installed resource is like a pretty reasonable subroutine. We see this like only on cards like Sedaka, I want to say.
Mhm.
And it's really good for getting rid of problem resources like DJ Fenris, the twinning, and so on and so forth, and even stuff like Paladin Pommel in the very early game, where the runner feels confident to click 1 install a Paladin, click 2 challenge and iced HQ or whatever.
Right, yeah, definitely.
Question. So this is... you must do it do the subroutines in order. So if there is a resource installed, you must always trash the resource instead of firing the other two subs.
Yep.
That's correct. Of course, the other two subs will still fire, just they won't do anything because because of the passive effect.
You know what is this best for? Banha tech.
I mean, it is excellent Banha tech. And the other rules thing is that because this says you cannot trash more than one installed card, and net damage from Banha isn't actually installed cards. It's you are trashing cards from the grip. So you can trash as
Right.
much cards with like into a Banha as you want, and it's not gonna hurt you whatsoever. Like 4 subs out of Thunderbolt against Banha is like pretty nasty for a 4-risk.
And honestly, like as Resident Mulch Sicko, this is still 1 archery card and 2 counters, which is not insignificant.
Yeah,
As a
and-
Like
Mori
the post
Seiko,
purge.
as a Mori
Mulch,
Seiko,
mulch,
I
mulch.
know as a Mori Seiko, yeah, I guess with Echelon this is still pretty expensive. Like unless
steep.
you just play 3. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the important thing here is that because like the only like multi-sub breaking killer in the format right now is, I believe, After Image. So this is like on any reasonably built up board, this is always going to be a 3 break 4 from Thunderbolt if this is a fresh rest, and that's quite reasonable at the end of the day for 4 rest Sentry in terms of tax.
You know you're
That's
gonna play this. You're gonna run into that one Ari doing the Persephone combo.
Oh lord.
Oh, yeah, that would not be good. But wait, yeah, that's true. Right. Okay. And so one funny thing over here is that I just want to point out that I did a little googling, right? And let me just put this
We
up.
love to
So
Google.
if we go, and apparently this is an actual thing. Like this is actual entire class of Brazilian short sword that was used in the early 20th century.
That's very cool.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Was
yeah.
it?
So
So does the flavor text let's see the history. Was it from a farming tool that it became a weapon? Because the flavor text says plowshares to swords.
yeah, plowshares to swords, which is of course a reference to
MTG.
yes, of course, the famous Magic the Gathering card Swords to Plowshares. Everyone knows about that one. Sure, let's not talk about the saying itself. But yeah, Soroc Carbon Knives. It doesn't
Yes,
say
Crow, we know that swords to plowshares is a Bible quote, not a
Yes, I'm doing a little bit of the joke. Sorry.
Yes, I mean all I'm saying is if there is going to be like a Southeast Asian Netrunner set in the future, I want there to be a Parang Ice.
Parang,
definitely.
steady.
Yeah.
Or like Chocobi as a Parang, perhaps.
Ugh.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, sure. It doesn't have to be an ice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, actually, parang, because there's the thing about you're not supposed to draw the parang without drawing blood afterwards, right? Before shaving back in.
True.
So that could be quite an interesting mechanical thing if you wanted to reflect that for say a program or something.
Yeah, if anyone at NSG is
Lord.
listening right now, yeah, this is the source,
Hook us
Yeah.
up, Southeast Asia set. We got you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, that's it. Soroc Carbon Blade. And I guess we can move on to our next scoop.
Veronica, that is correct. Subroutines resolve in order, so if there's a resource, you have to try a resource.
Yes,
and then the
you
other
have
two
to trash
will just-
resource
yeah.
first. That is correct. All right. As for our next card, the teaser I gave since either this morning or last night, depending on where you are in the world. Trojan's Jumpstone. Okay, now before I before I review the card itself, what do you make of this teaser? What do you think it means?
Raindrops cut stone, Trojans jump stone. Is this a Trojan that interacts with raindrops in some way?
Reasonable guess. Fox, what about you?
Okay. It's too easy to be directly an Arasana card. So my guess is it's a non-shaper Trojan. It's saying stone. My guess is Anarch Trojan. Probably not a virus. We have enough of those. Raindrops jump stone. Just thinking.
If host only on a piece of ice, if all subroutines fire on an encounter with the piece of ice, bypass the next ice you encounter on this run.
Well, that's
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 really sick.
that's extremely specific. Wow, it's almost as if you have insider information.
I do not have insider information. I just,
All right.
I just thought of it. Is this?
All right.
Is it? Did I get it on?
No,
Pingo is something interesting. It's like Surfer where it can move the ice, perhaps. That's interesting.
yeah. Anyway, so I mean, thanks for submitting your completely way off the mark guesses. Let me present to you Spree.
Run.
Zero cost run event. Place 3 power counters on this event, then run any server. Spend 1 hosted power counter. Host 1 installed Trojan program on a piece of ice protecting the attacked server. Wow.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So
That's
I
so
think
cool.
okay. So a little bit of things out of the way here.
Oh god.
Yeah. So firstly, this is I mean we can see. I mean you can kind of see why I picked this teaser, right? Because it's like this is only the second.
Amazing.
Yeah, this is only the second event ever that interacts with power counters. The first, of course, being Raindrops Cut Stone, and also the second ever event to have a like a paid ability printed on the event. Of course, the other one being Eye for an Eye that was previewed earlier this week.
This
But
is-
yes,
Really not okay as a card.
oh, you
It's
think
missing
so?
the virus restriction. It's missing the virus restriction.
Mm-hmm. That is correct.
No, like
Uh,
yeah, like it's not just Ignite attack. You can move Botuli with this. That's the big one. Like as again, Mulch Sickle. I see some like, do I cut a boomerang to play this and just pressure every server if they don't purge? Because I just spree and like, oh, suddenly my Botulists are mobile. I get to save on chips.
yeah.
This is
I mean-
really sick. Yeah. Wow.
I mean, there's a bunch of cool things you can do with this. So we were talking about please don't hush Soroc Carbon Blade earlier. Now, if you've pre-hushed it, and you spree the server, and Thunderbolt resists the blade, and they go I'm gonna trash 3 cards now. You just you go whoop, the hush is gone off. Stuff like that. As you say, you can pull stuff off of magnets because it doesn't have to. The Trojan doesn't have to start on the server that's being attacked. You can pull Trojans from elsewhere into any point on this server.
Moving tranquilizers, moving Botulus.
Yes.
It's really shrunk. Yeah.
Yeah. So, for example, if your hush is elsewhere and you spree the remote, you can on the approach step move your hush over to like the border control that's sitting behind somewhere, not even on the approach ice.
Oh, Nemo and Chris talking about Slap Vandal and Poison Vow. You can use a single Slap Vandal
Yes, exactly.
to break through an entire server.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's a
You know
bunch
what
of
this
this.
is really busted with?
Uh-huh.
That criminal Trojan, the bypass on Physerum or whatever.
Yeah, Physerum.
Mm.
Yes. If there's multiple toll booths on a server, let's say you're playing against Asmari Glacier, there's multiple toll booths or Hydras, you can just go through like one spree and one Physerum goes through a double toll booth for 2 credits, and that's like actually insane.
Yeah, like, but no, I okay, like just looking at this, I am going to try this in my loop because why not, right? Like you haters keep scape netting my chips, so might as well try this out.
Yeah, so we keep skipping your chips, so the solution is to play less chips.
Yes, that's why you play Spree. Tap Forehead, 2 influence, it's right there.
Yeah. And okay, I mean, I think you hit on something, a very interesting point earlier. that says, of course, this doesn't say non-virus. So we talked about Vicerum, we've talked about Botulus. And here's some food for thought. This can turbocharge it. This can turbocharge a chisel really quickly.
Right. Yeah, I was thinking about that as well. Because
If
it's
you
on
just
like before encounter on the approach step, you just start moving it down.
Yeah, if you just push the chisel down the line, I mean, make sure it doesn't accidentally blow up something in the middle on the way in, right? But
That
yeah,
is really cool. Yeah.
yes,
Okay, this is going to be enabling a lot of skateboard tricks.
yeah,
No, I see.
Uh,
Like the moment I see Trojan without the non-virus, I'm like, okay, I know what's up.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah,
Is there any on-encounter virus?
Funny one. Moving Pikachu with this.
Pikachu,
Yeah.
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 So you will
You
gain
get,
2
you
clicks
can
in
get
one
two
run,
clicks in a single run, yeah.
and because
3 clicks if you're RE, because when it bounces, you install on the third ice. Taps forehead.
Yeah, yeah.
that's not bad. Yeah. So yeah, I guess let's talk about the art since we touched on it a little bit already. Yeah, this is a, I mean, as you said, a really, really, really sick piece of art.
It's
Uh,
gorgeous, yeah.
yeah, I mean,
Is this an artist we've seen before? Ferenc?
Ferenc Patkos. We can always check that out.
Yeah. Okay. What I'm doing right now is I'm just hitting Trojans in NRDB, seeing what else I come up with.
Yeah, yeah. Is there any other on-encounter Trojans? Because that would be sick.
There's a very funny one, which is if it's a fresh server, Lost might play this to move Sassis around.
Oh, Sassis.
Oh,
Right,
Sassy, right?
Ferenc Patkos actually has done a bunch of cards.
Oh,
Looks like
balance coverage,
since
finality.
yeah.
The style is really different though.
Open research. Okay, yeah. As in, I think. I mean, if you don't count Mindscaping, right? This is probably the first. The first
A bit more
cyberspace. The first
Yeah.
cyberspace kind of art that this artist has done, and it's really cool. I guess we can assume that is Ari's like NetSpace avatar that's graffitiing the frog onto the
Frogo turret.
ice. The Frogo turret. I assume that is a Roto turret because I really can't think of what other ice that could be.
No, as in
Yeah.
it's living mural on Rototurret, which makes sense.
Yeah, right. Because Living Mirror is a
It's
a
a frog.
Yes.
It's a killer, right? Yeah, yeah.
And it's also a frog. Yes.
Incredible. This is flavor perfection. Sometimes
Yeah.
an artist will be seized by the uncontrollable urge to create. That's
The
so good.
uncontrollable urge to surf a chisel down a 3D server.
Okay. I have a rules question.
Yeah, go.
If I move a flux capacitor down, does that bypass the first time you break a subroutine during each encounter with host ice because the host ice has changed? Do I get to charge multiple cards?
I would assume so. I think so. Of course, the downside is you can't charge the spree itself because I think all charge cards have says install charge an installed card, which is a shame because I think if it didn't say installed card, you could maybe set up an infinite combo with spree and flux capacitor and some kind of free brick thing. But that's for the eternal sickles and not for us.
Game of Droids is right. This is probably Staff Car instead because the art looks quite similar to the Staff Car.
Staff
2
Car-
game.
True. Staff card is wider than Roto.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
That's true.
But Frogo Taro is a better name, so I'm sticking with that.
Yeah, I mean, so a couple more details in the art. We see that the bird motif again that we've seen like basically all the Shaper cards in this cycle so far, in this set I should say, in RWR, which is probably the symbol for the rebellion.
That also explains the set symbol being the bird.
Yeah, and I actually went to do some Google Translate when seeing the art, and Fora Wayland probably, or Fora is Portuguese for out, so you know.
We've seen Fora Wayland in previous art in Liberation. In Liberation actually.
Oh, in TAI.
In TAI. The first set because I think we saw it on graffitied on. Was it the price?
It could be the price.
Possibly, yeah.
No. The price had the Hermes logo, the Hermes symbol. But Far Wayland definitely showed up in. Oh right. I think it was
Pisha Shao.
Air Blitz. I think it was. Oh, was it Pisha Shao or Air Blitz?
Pisha Shao is Fora Haas, and this is Fora Wayland. I mean,
Oh,
Close.
Airblades has 4-hour Wayland. Yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Airblades has 4-hour Wayland.
get the hell out. Get the hell out of our Netrunner
Yeah.
set.
Yeah, 4-hour blank is, from what I recall from a Brazilian player, is something that is commonly graffitied.
It's for something or somebody. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
exactly,
can see that.
exactly.
All right. Yeah. I guess.
All right, one more.
Yeah. And I guess we can move on to our last scoop for today.
Squeeze
Now
really
this one might be the most rules intensive, most rules intensive scoop that I've seen so far, but we'll see about that one.
All right.
How much
Right,
text?
and the teaser I gave was Calliope, Pantaleimon, Aristotle, and I think like just seeing a lot of the conversations in GLC over the past like 12 hours, I think a few people got like reasonably close to guessing what this card does, but probably you can't figure it out without doing like Google searches, which is entirely understandable. So, but what do you think?
Damon.
Damon. Because, okay, Pantaleimon is just because I read all the books. I know it's Lyra's Damon from.
His Dark Materials.
I know that. Yeah. Come on, Damon. Damon wants.
Alright.
Damon.
And
I get your air horn ready, Kira.
He's a demon.
it is a demon.
Damon.
Yeah.
Oh, the art is amazing.
Yes, so Muse, 2 cost, 1
Whoa,
MU.
that flavor text.
Program
Okay, sorry,
Demon, 4 influence. When you install this program, search your stack, heap, or grip for 1 non-demon program. If that program is a Trojan, install it on a piece of ice. Otherwise, install it on this program.
Huh.
Yes. So
Ah.
notably, this is the first demon that NSG has ever printed.
1 MU. We can put our Stargate onto it.
Okay, yes. So this is where I'm going to disappoint. I'm going to disappoint a lot of you because this demon doesn't have the hosted program ignores memory requirements clause on it,
Yeah.
so it will still cost
It
MU.
is not Leprechaun. That's the first. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
What's interesting is the intended use case clearly is in Ari, and if you bring in stuff such as rejig, this is just effectively a reusable SMC that just vomits out all your Trojans. Right? Because you just bring it up, put it back down, bring it up, put it back down.
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So of course that's the obvious thing. Now I'm trying to think what sicko stuff can I do with
Yeah,
this.
what's the install on this program part of this for then?
It's just Damon's host things. That's the entire shtick of Damon's.
I know, but is there a use case for it in this form?
In this form, I mean, I can imagine that it's intended to be like a 1 MU tax on being able to tutor a program. Of course, you could, if you're that kind of gamer, you can probably just pull a program from somewhere. It doesn't even have to be the deck. This gets from any location, your stack, heap, or grip. Right.
That's
So
true.
this works as program recursion if you're willing to pay an extra 1 MU for it. Alternatively, you can play this in the A substack.
Yeah, I was thinking Aesop, spec work, the usual stuff.
Mm.
So what I noticed is it's 4 influence, so you're not importing this probably. But if you're in Shaper, this means that you might import Botulus. Just to do like
Possibly.
heap stuff. Yeah.
Augustus in chat saying you can host Fermenter. Yeah, that's a pretty good shout.
Aksu Porco is pig in
Yes,
Portuguese,
in Portuguese, yeah.
which is a term for the police.
Smile. Just thinking. So stack, heap, or grip. Okay, so gets past everything.
Yes. Okay, so I think this is pretty important.
Utati Porco draws a card and gains a credit.
Yeah, but anyway, so the important thing is if the program that you're searching doesn't go into your grip before before getting installed. So if you are full on MU and choose not to over install any programs, the program that you're searching for will just simply not leave the original location. So you will have to trash something in order to bring the program into play if you're already on full MU. And importantly, if you are installing a non-Trojan program, you can't trash the Muse to make space for this program, for the program you're fetching, because it will just simply not enter play because it's intended to be hosted on the Muse, and the Muse is no longer installed.
But if it's a Trojan, you can trash the Muse on install. Is that correct?
Correct, because the Trojan has no requirement to be hosted on Muse. That being said, I do not recommend trying to search for a Trojan if there are no eyes in play. because it straight up will not do anything. So like for example, a very common line of play for like RE players is to fetch an Ika in order to do some like UAV bouncing without the need for hosting on ice. But then if there's no ice installed, you can't get an Ika. But yes, Fox.
All right, so a few things. Chat question first. So Ziad asked, why is grip mentioned? And the first thing I thought of was this lets you SMC for Muse or whatever, and then move a clot out of your hand, perhaps. So that's one use case. And yes, Ari can install this mid-run to basically tutor whatever she wants from the deck, ignoring all conditions. The Muse will die, but if you're tutoring a Trojan like Botulus mid-run, that's pretty good. Then what else was I going to think of? So yeah, one important thing to note is, like all other daemons, like, okay, old school time, if anyone's ever played the Shahrazad stack and had like a million things on it, if your root daemon gets trashed, you lose everything on the daemon. That's how it goes. So what else? This has, I think, sorry, yes?
I was thinking this increases the stonks of Gachapon in Ari, because I think this is a better alternative to SMC for Ari in yeah, and Gacha making Muse free to install is also pretty nice.
Yep.
That's true.
There was something else I was about to say. What was it? Oh geez, it was so important as well. Oh yeah, this is really good as well at dodging compiles restriction.
Oh, compile. That's true.
No, you see, I play Lu because Lu is the best shaper in the game. Like, I'm always shaper thinking. You compiled into Muse. Yeah.
That's an extremely provocative statement to make, but okay, please proceed.
Yeah. But yeah. So also, and oh yeah, really funny combo from Utati in chat. Install environmental testing, Muse, actual program.
I will say that Muse can't get other demons, so you can't Muse a Muse.
Oh right, non-daemon.
Unfortunately,
right, non-daemon. Yeah. Okay.
They watch out for Warlock, not letting you tutor Shahrazad in Eternal.
Ooh. Yeah.
They know.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I think definitely.
You could Muse into SMC into Muse.
At this point, are you going to gain any credits on environmental testing at that rate?
Probably not. Yeah.
Yeah. I think. I'm just thinking, like,
so much money to
if you use the Muse to fetch a Trojan already, just thinking what are the things you can do with like the body of the Muse once you've fetched the Trojan already. And of course you can use it as Simochip fodder to grab some something else from the heap, or you can just Simochip the Muse back on to do another fetch. So you turn the Simochip into an SMC basically, and it's cheaper. If you chip a Muse, it's actually cheaper than SMC.
Yeah.
There's also World Tree ideas here.
Correct, yes. Yeah. World Tree, SMC, Aesop, spec work. Yeah. Just what else can you do with the dead body?
Yeah, but musing Using a world tree directly is pretty MU intensive though, I will say.
No. Rather, using Muse as World Tree fodder once it's done its thing.
Sure.
You're
Yeah.
being very disrespectful to the memory of of the mentor.
Sure.
maybe saying the body is probably a little bit inappropriate in this context.
Yeah. True. So no, I'm just saying, like, so if you Muse run, trigger World Tree, sacrifice Muse, fetch another Muse. Okay, that sounds like you're cooking some real good shaper bullshit right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can
I
see
can
that.
see.
Yeah, I really like the world tree idea here. But I always like world tree ideas because world tree is a cool card.
And I mean, we have seen like a little bit of World Tree come back recently with the recent deck of the week by Andre. So that I think definitely this card slots in there 3 times, no questions asked. And I mean, I'm very excited to see like what other people can come up with this. Yeah.
So let me just think about what we've seen so far. Blade in HB, Spree, and Muse.
Yes. And I think I think we've covered most of the stuff already. So so the bad news
Muse's
for-
art goes the hardest.
This is such good art and
Yeah.
such good flavor.
Yeah, this is the best art
Yeah.
I've seen all day.
Yeah, I think the I really like both of the shaper the shaper card arts we've seen today, both Muse and
Yeah.
Spree. Yeah. Can we get Blade up on the screen one more time? Yeah, of course.
Any law on the mentor? Like we
I
didn't see them
suppose
in the story, right?
yeah, I don't believe that particular character is mentioned in the was mentioned in this in any of the Ari fiction. But maybe that information will be forthcoming sometime this week. We'll see.
Yeah. It would be really interesting to know more about the character.
Of course, Veronica, I'll be sharing the Imgur link with all the card images after the stream is over, so don't worry about that. So, okay, so that's it for the 3 scoops we have today. But the bad news is I still have one more thing to afflict you all with, which is of course the bingo.
Yes.
Yes. So
Okay.
for those who aren't aware,
Trojans.
this, without the before Scoop season started, I did put out this Scoop season bingo, just as a fun mini game to see what we could what we could finish up in terms of like the stuff that came up, and I think to date yes, there we go. So that is what we have so far. I've crossed out all those that definitely can't happen anymore. Basically, all the banned squares are gone because the ban list has already come out, and since Amanuensis has already been spoiled, Obelisk can't be near printed anymore. Although I'm perfectly happy to be wrong if one of the 2 shape Anak cards remaining is has that kind of effect, but probably not. Yes. But
You can tick off Trojan.
Oh yeah, Trojans is definitely is after today.
Yes.
It is so done. But yeah, I don't know about y'all, but I for one am absolutely shocked that we are like 6 days into Scoop season and we have not seen a single dog card yet.
I think we have actually.
Have we?
So, yeah. So here's my take.
What's a dog card?
The dog card is Wizard's
Isn't that a
chest.
literal dog?
Wait, is Wizards just a dog? Excuse me?
No, let me
Is
explain why. Because you just
That's a
play
literal
I Love
dog.
Dogs and you tutor tunnel vision every time.
That's literally not how it works.
Isn't active policing a dog?
Active policing isn't a dog. I don't think it's a cat. It's like the Hellion beta test card.
It's the Hellion. It's the evolution
yeah.
of Hellion. It's a callback
it's-
to the old Netrunner stuff.
It's a dog.
It's a cat.
dog.
I mean, okay,
It's a cat. It's clearly Hellion.
I said I have no side in this debate, but Team Cat is clearly claiming it as a cat, and I don't think Team Dog is going to debate that point.
Same
Look at the
thing.
tail. Tell me what dog has that tail.
Dog.
I rest my case.
Yeah, so there are a bunch of there's still a bunch of question mark squares that still possibly that have been like shown so far, which are like a little bit questionable. I mean, I guess now is as good a time as any to get some input as to the HB, the HB political asset. What was it? What was it called? Damn, I forgot.
Warm reception.
Warm reception. Does that
Mhm.
count as a HB ID power? Does it count as ASA group? Would you say?
I would. I'd put it like it's clearly okay. It's clearly pretty damn good for ASA because even if it is iced, you're just going to get their ASA trigger off of it anyway.
Correct. So I mean, the ID power is basically install an extra card per turn, which is kind of
Yes.
ASA, right?
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did put it as question mark because it's not strictly clear. Some whack AF Eternal combo. I'm sure while Warlock is on the case as we speak.
He saw Muse and immediately went into the mines. He's got it.
Yeah. I think there's definitely
HB
stuff we can do
Dream
with
Duress
Muse.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, so blockchain becomes a good card. Corporate hospitality is a transaction.
Corporate hospitality.
It's
It
true.
is a transaction, has the subtype. You can question mark it, at
Mhm.
least question mark it.
I mean, just because it's a transaction doesn't mean blockchain becomes a good card. I mean,
But it becomes better.
I mean,
Going
definitely.
from terrible to bad is becoming better.
Blockchain becomes better if you're playing it with all the the strength increasing stuff in HB.
Oh, that's actually true.
And blockchain, like Nuvem, is also good at feeding archives, stacking transactions in the archives for blockchain, which is another point.
It's worth a question mark.
Yeah. The Eternal Combo card is the wild ending card that gives a click on threat to it. Yes. Sudden Commandment.
Yes,
That
command,
is
man.
definitely a wacky Eternal Combo candidate.
It's biotic in yellow.
Yes.
Oh, true. Utali has a point. If you're milling R&D face down, that doesn't work for blockchain.
Fair enough.
That's
Okay,
true.
explain to me the HB Crim DRS competition because I'm pretty sure that should be ticked unless I'm misunderstanding it.
Well, we haven't seen any Crim DRS support yet, so I'm hesitant. I'm
Okay,
hesitant
so
to.
it has to be both sides, is what the box means.
Yes.
Yeah, Scary says we are kind of forcing the bingo, which is fair. We are forcing it a little bit.
Yes.
I don't think we'll see much on the side of Cream DRS. It feels like the idea here is mostly going to be bypass. We already had the DRS with Capybara.
Sure.
Is
I mean,
tagging
I'm
Zaya
just
going to
thinking
work?
because of like Seisi and Capybara in TAI, that there is a chance that there's more DRS support.
That's true. Tag Me Zaya, does the new console work for Tag Me Zaya?
Amenuis, I mean,
You
Amenuis probably
don't need
isn't
Amenuis.
clearing. I mean, Zaya doesn't want to be. Technically, Zaya doesn't want to clear tags, right? That's the problem.
Yeah, no, she wants to take tags.
Yeah. I mean, there are some Techni Zaya support cards like Manuel. The
Correct,
the
yeah.
connection is fine. It's just extra accesses which translates into extra money for Zaya. Of course, I really don't know what that combination how that works with counter surveillance. It's a bit the interaction is a little bit whack. Let's put it that way.
Possible that we have a Tag Me Crim that is going to be removing tags as well because Crim does have a lot of very good tagging cards in faction. So
Rogue trading.
yeah. Hot Pursuit, honestly. Hot Pursuit is
Insane,
absolutely
yeah.
busted. Yeah.
Oh, we've seen all the corp cards, correct, Chai?
We've seen all the HB cards. There's still a bunch
Okay.
of corp cards.
Right. Yeah, because like I'm staring at the Wayland Wonder Ice box, and someone who was really big on all the Wayland Wonder Ice, I'm like, come on, give it to us. Come on. What are we still missing Wayland Wonder wise? The Artemis? What else?
The Temple of Artemis and the Statue of Zeus.
Was there a Library of Alexandria one?
The Library of Alexandria is not one of 7 classical wonders.
Okay.
Yes. Don't ask me why I know that. It just
We've
popped
all
into
played
my brain.
Civ.
There are still a bunch of
There's still a bunch of like
great libraries. Rushing great. That's a Civ reference.
Was it Rushing Oracle?
Yeah, Rushing Oracle.
yeah, there's still a bunch of free spaces here. JNet leg on release day. I mean, let's hope it doesn't come to pass. But you know, it's almost like I'm almost very close to putting a tick on it right now, even 4 days before. But let's hope not.
Come on, stealth support, baby, give it to me.
Yeah,
Yes,
I,
please.
Come on.
as much as I hate to admit it, stealth support, like the stealth, like getting the stealth support copium box ticked is probably the best shot that we have at finishing an entire line in this bingo right now.
Come on, chat. Who wants to see stealth? Like, come on. Refractor
Multi-piece.
kit was so good.
I want to use After Image in a less memey way.
What is the stealth legal? What's stealth legal besides Aftermage right now? I'm trying to remember. Is Houdini's no longer legal? What's the stealth decoder? Penrose?
Penrose.
Penrose. Yep.
Is there a stealth fractor that is not Penrose?
No.
No, I don't think so.
Yikes. But again, stealth never played stealth fractors, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like
There's
look
only
me in the eye and
5
tell me you
stealth
played
cards
black.
right now.
Yeah. Yeah, just look me in the eye and tell me you played Black Cat, and I'll call you a liar.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it for the bingo. We can safely tick off the Trojans box. And I guess we've already seen Lime's champion card today. If you haven't already, you can check it out on the Null Signal website. And I believe the ShadowNet podcast is yet to drop for in terms of today's scoops. So we can look forward to that for the rest of today.
Mhm.
And yeah, and other than I think we're done. So
All right.
what do you
Thanks
think
for having
about?
us on here.
Yeah,
thanks for.
I mean, I just need both of you on here to ease my crippling anxiety for doing this presentation to like
Yeah.
almost
We
100
can help
people.
you more with that.
Ah! Yeah. Yes. I brought you I brought you on I brought you both on here to torment me with the soundboard. That's clearly my mistake. Exactly.
Oh, that's a good
Alright.
one. Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, thanks both of you for agreeing to come on. Of course, thanks to Evan and chat for for participating. The chat interaction is always amazing. And yeah, I apologies. The bot seems to have broken again for some reason. I'll look into it. And yes, I will be posting the Imgur link now. So give me just one moment.
Would have been funny if you had a secret fourth scoop that you put into one of the tabs on the browser here.
Oh, that would be sick, but no. There we go. Yep. So that's the scoops link. Of course, once again, thanks everyone. Enjoy the rest of RDMA scoop season, and I will see you all on the nets. Bye bye. Always
See ya.
be running.
You have to say bye bye, friendos.
Yes. I'm sorry. Bye bye, friendos.
Bye.
Immersion gone. Bye.